All right, this is how to identify independent and dependent variables, IXL Algebra 1, Q3. Okay, first things first, independent and dependent variables. Independent variables are typically the things that go on your x-axis, and the dependent are things that go on your y-axis. So a few things that go on your x-axis would be like time, all right, things like that. So when we're looking at this, we're looking at what thing affects the other thing. I know I'm using the word thing a lot there, but like in this case, it says every day at lunch, Miguel swims lap in the pool for 1 hour. The faster his speed, the more laps he is able to swim in the hour. So it's asking you which one's going to affect the other. So is it going to be the number of laps affect the speed, or is it going to be the speed affect the number of laps? So which of these variables is the independent and which one is the dependent? So in this one, it says the faster his speed, okay, so that's going to be the independent. The more laps he is able to swim, that's going to be dependent. So it says S is the speed, so we want speed to be the independent, and we want the number of laps to be the dependent. Okay, so Darren is participating in a walkathon to raise money for the local literacy. The farther Darren walks, so that's going to be my independent. So the distance Darren walks is D, so that's going to be the independent, which means the more money he will raise, that's the dependent. Okay, let's go over a few more of these. Rihanna is making Apple turnovers for her friends. The number of turnovers she can make is determined. Okay, that's a key word, determined. The number of turnovers. So that's going to tell me that the number of turnovers is dependent by how many apples she has at home. That's the independent. So let's look. Number of apples Rihanna has is the independent. Okay, so A is the independent. Okay, Lacey is purchasing tickets to go on rides at the Hancock County Fair. The number of rides she can go on is dictated. Again, that is a key word here, dictated. Okay, so the number of rides is going to be dependent. Okay, the number of rides Lacey can go on is dependent on the number of tickets. And that makes sense. So R is going to be the dependent, and the number of tickets is going to be the independent. All right, so you go through, you're looking for keywords, okay, like determines, dictated. Okay, so here I can see the word determines, so I'd be using that to help me figure out which one is dependent and independent.